Hello and welcome to the Rhythm and Roots Show with Rohan and Al of the Dublin City Rounders, your weekly dose of ragtime, music hall, bluegrass, country blues, early jazz, western swing, and more. We got live sessions and interviews with guests local and around the world, recorded at Beardfire Studio, Dublin, Ireland. Be sure to like Rhythm and Roots on Facebook, catch up with the podcast on Spreaker.com, and don't forget you can become a Rhythm and Roots Patreon patron today. Now enjoy the show. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You are very welcome back to yet another episode of Rhythm and Roots on Near FM 90.3, here with myself, Rohan, and Al.
That's me.
That's Al over there. We've got a wonderful show for you today. Lots of great old-timey tunes, a bit of western swing, music hall, and that good kind of old-timey music. But also we've got some great new music as well. We've got the new single from Barry Jay Hughes. We've got the new single from Klara McDonnell, who is also in studio joining us for a chat and a live song. So do stick around for the second part of the program to catch that. We've also got new music from Reichi Sky, a Chinese artist who will be performing at the events, the Chinese New Year events coming up next week. And of course, lots and lots of excellent old-timey music. We might as well get started with a little bit of old-timey music. This is one of my absolute favourite songs. I think you would agree, Al.
Probably.
Alex probably agrees.
Dutch Coleman.
It's Dutch Coleman. It sounds like
classic Dutch.
Anything with the word coal in it automatically reminds me of coleslaw, which I enjoy.
Really?
I do like coleslaw. Where do you stand on coleslaw? I mean, be careful,
I don't
don't
mind
slip.
It's not. I don't think it's that amazing. I wouldn't go as far as to say that everything with the word coal in it reminds me of it.
Yeah.
So I don't think I like it as much as you.
Yeah. I remember a very young age. I think I was about 8 or 9 years old. We were living in Cabra, Black Horse Avenue, and across the street there was a shop, and it opened a deli department, a deli section, and it blew my young little mind. You could walk in there and order a sandwich and have whatever you wanted on it: ham, cheese, coleslaw, these kind of things.
It was the world's first deli, I believe.
I think it was Black Horse Avenue's first deli.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so a little bit different. But we're spoiled for choice today in the modern age, kiddies listening. But of course, back then, a sandwich made by someone that wasn't you or your mum or your dad was quite the novelty. Speaking of the old days, this is Dutch Coleman with Gonna Raise Some Bacon.
That also goes good with coleslaw.
Well, I'm a poor old farmer. I'm not doing very good. You wanna know the reason? Not managed like I should. For I can raise potatoes, I can raise peas, sell. And if you got plenty for to eat at home, the merchant can go to Lord. Gonna raise some bacon, yes sir. Gonna raise some corn. If I don't, I'm a going busted, not gonna take me long. I've always believed it, and I always will. You can't depend on cotton, feed your grocery bill. For if you trade on a credit, you're sure to get skint. For the merchant that charge you a great big price and then 20%, my lord. Better raise some bacon, yes sir. Better raise some corn. If you don't, you go and bust it, not gonna take you long. You see them farmers going to town, they don't look very neat. You see them go in the grocery store, buy some fatback meat. They sell the cotton at 15 cents and meat costs 20 cents a pound. They ought to raise some bacon and stay away from town. My lord, you better raise some bacon, yes sir. Better raise some corn. If you don't, you go and bust it, not gonna take you long. Now, Mr. Farmer, you ought to stop and think and this fact realize. You can't raise cotton to buy your corn and pay for your fertilize. Them old cows and them mules could talk these words, you'd hear them say. My Lord of mercy, I'm tired of cotton, won't you grow me some corn and hay? Good Lord, better raise some bacon, yes sir. Better raise some corn. If you don't, you go and bust it, not gonna take you long. Now, Mr. Farmer, you oughtn't complain about groceries being so high when you can raise plenty for to eat at home and never have to buy. And just as long as I depend on cotton, that old gray mule will stay. Eonk, 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 not able to plow today.
I've been reading in the papers of a very funny land. It's the land where the women wear the trousers, where woman is the boss and poor old man is second hand. In the land where the women wear the trousers, he's got to stop at home all day while she goes out to work. He's got to bath and wash the kids and mind he doesn't shirk. He wears a flannel apron when she's toddling off to work. In the land where the women wear the trousers, in the land where the women wear the trousers. Oh, what a very funny town. No nice girls there walking round the place with golden hair and a pretty little face. They all wear corduroys instead of bits of lace. In the land where the women wear the trousers, in the land where the women wear the... The men never have to work for their living in that country. They only have to sit at home and keep their back hair nice and straight. The pretty dears. Oh, what a nice old lot. In the land where the women wear the trousers. Funny old song, isn't it? The fellows all come out on Sunday dressed in petticoats. In the land where the women wear the trousers. They are not allowed in Parliament. The girls have all the votes. In the land where the women wear the trousers. And if you don't obey your wife, you're led a pretty dance. She sends you up to bed without your supper to perchance. Then wallop comes the cane down where you used to wear your hat. In the land where the women wear the trousers. In the land where the women wear the trousers. Oh, what a very funny town. When you're courting, she's the one to speak. And when you're married, well, talk about the cheek. You must only kiss your wifey once a week. In the land where the women wear the trousers. In the land where the women wear the... They'll wear them in the House of Commons one of these days. Poor old suffragette. I've got a suffragette. My wife's a suffragette. I've heard her jaw and I'm suffering yet. In the land where the women wear the trousers.
That was Billy Williams there with The Land Where the Women Wear the Trousers.
What a funny song.
What a funny song. My, have we come far, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, we have a radio debut for a very special artist who we've also had the pleasure of working with in the past. This is Reichi Sky. Reichi Sky is a female Chinese artist living and working here in Ireland. And there's a big show taking place as part of the Hill Street Family Resource Centre, put on by the Hill Street Family Resource Centre on the 9th of February as part of the Chinese New Year celebrations here in Dublin. It should be, they're expecting quite a few people. They're expecting between 2,000 and 4,000 people or something.
Yeah,
so
apparently it's gotten bigger every year, and they're expecting about A lot of people.
A lot of people.
4,000, that'd be interesting.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I don't want to overhype the thing, but it would be amazing to have that many people there. But of course, what it's all about is this performance that myself and Al, the Dublin City Rounders, are teaming up with Reichi Sky on this. And this is a song that you're about to hear. It's a radio debut, as I said. It's the first time it's ever been played on the radio. It's a brand new song that Reichi wrote. It's in Chinese, first and foremost. I should mention this, but she wrote it from her perspective as a Chinese person living in Ireland and the beauty of Ireland and how much it all means to her. And of course,
at least that's what she told us it was about. We can't speak Chinese,
we
so
can't
we
verify
don't really
it,
know.
but we're just gonna have to trust her on that one. But of course, there was a little what would you call it? A cameo, from
Not the hip-hop artist cameo.
No, just an actual cameo from myself towards the three-quarter part of the song where I recite a great old Irish tune.
And you play your little harp as well, don't you?
I play my harp at the exact same time, and it's all very, very beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen listening to the program today, do get down on Saturday, the 9th of February, to the Hill Street area there for a really, really special event taking place 2 p.m. till 7 p.m. of course there on Saturday the 9th of February. So do get down, and in the meantime do enjoy this very unique, very special, and I do believe it's the first time we've had a song in Chinese on the Rhythm and Roots
It
show.
definitely is, yeah.
We've gotten to 82 episodes or something like that, and this is the very first time we've had a Chinese song on. So do enjoy this excellent tune. This is Where the River Liffey Ends by Reichi Sky.
离飞河尽头的远方，绿草水蓝天宝石一样，风笛阵阵吹过，抒情悠扬，独自远行遥望家乡。诗文羊皮卷上，情人节老人休息的地方，在外国懂事分凯尔特的迷雾，可有种诱惑来自远方，就在此刻突然想你，想念了家乡，画下风景几密信片送到你身旁，写完以后重新上路，继续找梦想。恍如隔世处，谁在歌唱？上情人节老人休息的地方，在外国懂事分凯尔特的迷雾，可有种诱惑来自远方，就在此刻突然想你，想念了家乡，画下风景几密信片送到你身旁，写完以后重新上路，继续找梦想。恍如隔世处，谁在歌唱
？Like a morning spring in the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. But when Irish eyes are smiling, sure to steal your heart
想念了家乡，画下风景几枚信片送到你身旁，写完以后重新上路，继续找梦想。光如歌诗处，谁在歌唱？光如歌诗处，谁在歌唱？
One of our favourite old Frank Hutchison songs there, Railroad Bill. I think that was one of the first songs we ever performed and played live with the Dublin City Rounders.
It was the first Dublin City Rounders song you ever sung.
That is true. And how I've come a long way.
Oh, yeah.
Now I can sing two Frank Hutchison songs. Of course, next up on the programme today, we have the excellent new single from Barry Jay Hughes.
The J stands for Jay.
That's true. Just like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Barry, of course, been around for a long time now, and always high quality music, both live and in recordings. And the new single is definitely keeping that reputation alive. Interestingly, beyond the single, he was involved in a project a little while ago, a documentary project, which is going to get screened at IMRO soon, which is quite cool. The Back to Basics tour screening. Himself and two other artists, Greg Clifford and Ian Brennan, they they self-booked and funded a 17-date tour of Ireland and filmed the process. Back to Basics Tour is the name of the documentary, and it will be screened at the IMRO HQ there on Pembroke Row on, when is it? It's a March 25th. It's a free event, so if you can get a ticket to it, I suppose just contact IMRO and they'll sort you out. 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. But back to Barry's musical work and away from the film work and documentary work there. The new single called Diving In, absolutely brilliant, really cool kind of eclectic production. There's kind of electronic elements in there, the folky elements, singer, songwriter elements, a little bit of rock as well. And so it's a very, very kind of broad and enjoyable tune, and his songwriting and his poetry comes to the fore, as it always does. Of course, Ella Englishby as well. On cello in the song, so really, really solid, excellent single. There is a music video coming out for it soon as well on the 4th of February, so do keep an eye out for that, filmed in various locations around Dublin. And yeah, do enjoy this brand new single. This is Diving In from Barry Jay Hughes.
I can see 4 miles but still see nothing. Where the water meets the sky, that's where I'll wanna be. Tell me where you hide, tell me where you'll be. I look for you a while, but might not see you. And if I smile, will you smile back? And if I wave, will you raise your hand? And if I call, will you answer me, or just leave me to think it over again? Diving in too deep, coming up to see the cloudy surface awaits. I'm trying to catch my breath. This ship has sailed the 7 seas, sailed every ocean and every river in between. Let the captain know I'm getting off. I'm happy here, I've traveled far enough. And if you smile, should I smile back? And if you wave, should I raise my hand? And if you call, should I answer you, or just leave you over again? Over again. Diving in too deep, coming up to see, oh, the cloudy surface awaits, and I'm trying to catch my breath.
What does it matter if rain comes your way and raindrops patter all day? The rain descending should not make you blue. The happy ending is waiting for you. Take your share of trouble, face it and don't complain. If you want the rainbow, you must have the rain. Happiness comes double after a little pain. If you want the rainbow, you must have the rain. What if your love affair should break up, as they sometimes will? Oh, when you kiss and make up, oh, what a thrill. Sadness ends in gladness. Showers are not in vain. So if you want the rainbow, you must have the rain. Take your share of trouble, face it and don't complain. For if you want the rainbow, you must have the rain. Happiness comes double after a little pain. So if you want the rainbow, you must have the rain. What if your love affair should break up, as they sometimes will? Ah, when you kiss and make up, oh boy, what a thrill.
Got this being awkward right down to an art. My heavy heart's caught up in my breath. Wish you could read what's behind my eyes. You're always blind to all these signs. We never kissed goodbye. How did this begin? You only hold my hand when no one's watching. Should I carry on? Should I carry on? Sinking on the way, falling on my own. Sinking on the way, falling on my own. I had a hunger that needed to be fed. The scent of it still lingers in my bed. But you give me nothing sweet to dream of. I wake to the rain, now the sound of your love. We never kissed goodbye. How did this begin? You only hold my hand when no one's watching. Should I carry on? 切。
Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. You are very welcome back to Rhythm and Roots on Near FM 90.3. What you just heard there was the brand new single from Klara McDonnell. That was Sinking Unknowing, and Klara McDonnell is right here in studio with us, joining us for a little interview and a little live session. So how are you doing, Klara?
I'm doing good.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Excited to be here.
Yeah, well, brilliant. It's exciting to have you and engage with you in this format, because obviously, for those who don't know, you know, myself and I were involved in the playing and the production on the single and the last EP. We're obviously big fans of your music, and it's always a pleasure to work with you. But
well, I paid you a lot to say that.
Yeah, well, I can't. No comment. Yeah, you want to keep paying, because I've just run out of things to say.
Oh,
she just slid me another 50.
Okay,
we can keep talking.
I'll just open my wallet. Sorry, this is awkward now. Okay.
So Klara, you're supposed to say yes.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Do you want a bit of background about the single or anything?
I love this. Sorry, I'm purposely making this awkward for you now.
You're purposely making it awkward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, I'd like some background about the single, Klara.
Okay. So.
Okay, back on track. No,
Okay.
Genuinely. Sorry, so for everyone listening at home, obviously we've known Klara years now, and the banter doth flow, generally, so it's kind of funny that we're like in this situation where like I'm interviewing you. And you do radio too, so it's like...
Yeah, it's,
you know what I mean?
It's pretty awkward, because...
It's very meta, this conversation.
I interviewed some musicians for the Songwriter Club show on Together FM.
Yep.
For the first few weeks of it, I was quite lazy, and I basically got a lot of people I was friends with to be the guests.
Uh-huh.
So I just giggled and had a lot of banter and a lot of crack with them, which probably didn't make for the best listening, I'll be honest.
Right, so a little bit like today.
Yeah. Let's be professional now.
Okay, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
Klara McDonnell joining me in studio. Tell us a little bit about the background. What inspired you to write the song?
Okay, so I'm going to drop names of places, and I hope this is okay, but there's a wonderful open mic. I think it's called the Jailbreak Sessions in Kilmainham.
I know the Jailbreak Sessions in Kilmainham, yeah.
And at the start of it, they have some people performing where it might be their first time on stage or their second time, and they're quite nervous about performing, but it's to give them a chance to perform. And I actually have crippling anxiety, and I try to manage it the last few years, and certain things kind of trigger it. So when I see other people that are anxious, it makes me really anxious. And I was at this open mic with somebody I was dating, and I was like, God, this could be a song. This could actually be a song. And the first few lines of the song were actually about stage fright.
Okay.
And then I thought, nobody really wants to listen to that or to connect with that. I'm not really sure.
It's quite niche, isn't it?
It's quite niche. And then the song turned into something else, which is probably a little bit more relatable, which is kind of about awkwardness in modern relationships and how there's all problems with intimacy, especially to do with online dating and how people interact.
Brilliant. Yeah, I know there's, I think there's a lot of very kind of relatable lines in the song. The hand holding, that kind of thing, and the way people will take offence, or how some people can be sensitive to certain things in a relationship where other people don't think of it at all.
Exactly.
And without communicating, you end up in that place that is kind of described in the song. But I love it. I think it's great. It you know, I think there is. I certainly don't mean this in a bad way, but there's a darkness.
Yeah.
That pervades a lot of your songs,
Clara. Nearly
Klara.
all my songs have a darkness to them.
They do.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think from the perspective of a listener, you know, when we listen to music, we want to connect in some way, and we look for those words or those phrases when it matches with the music, you know, to connect with how we're feeling sometimes.
Yeah. And
a lot of people are. I mean, I think everyone at some stage in their life goes through certain things. Where just feeling that little that sensation that I think you create in a lot of your songs can be comforting.
Thank you.
Which is you know.
It's probably because I'm also an actress, so I'm a little bit of a drama queen in some ways. Maybe, I don't know. And then growing up, I always liked music that was a little bit on the darker, depressing side. You know, I remember at 17 discovering Tom Waits and being like, oh my God, what is this? Being so excited. And then my mother being really angry when I wouldn't stop playing him. But I've always loved to listen to quite depressing, dark songs and to sing them, and I think it kind of suits my voice more as well.
Yeah,
you know, yeah.
Well, it can be quite cathartic as well. You know, it's different. It's certainly better than kind of getting up on a stage and faking it in a way. You know, being able to deliver something that is almost therapeutic and heartfelt is a lot more, I think, relatable and human than getting up on a stage and singing something that just has no relation to you and people can't connect with. So
exactly.
I think I've really enjoyed that in working with your songs and listening to them. But also, you know, I think one thing that comes through in your music, and particularly your vocal style, is, and it might come a little bit from your background in acting and things like that, is it can be quite theatrical at times and fun. Yeah,
okay.
I do think, and I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't know if my singer-songwriter stuff was like that, but I was in a rock band for 5 years, and some of our songs were a bit out there. That in a way, I think nothing was really happening for us, you know, because me and Sean Cray, my co-writer, like the two of us were kind of like the lead people in the band, but we'd be like, okay, we'll stick in this like falsetto part, and then there's going to be a solo in this weird tuning, and you know.
Right, okay. It was very conceptual and progressive kind of. And
it's weird because the only EP we did actually was quite kind of acoustic singer-songwriter style music in the end, but our band stuff, our gig stuff was always very strange. Like,
was that the one you were telling me that a lot of work went into an album, but it just didn't come to fruition?
We're still going to do it.
Oh, really?
I'm meeting with Sean soon.
Oh my God! How long is this project?
I don't know what we're going to do with it because there is no band anymore. There is no Hypno Puppets, so. I think maybe, because I like to create music videos, maybe we'll just put music videos out there and put it out there.
But that's a great idea. Speaking of music videos, you made a music video for each of the 4 songs on the previous EP, Trapped Within, and all with different people and with different actors and with very different themes, different styles. And it was really exciting from my perspective to kind of see what would come out each time. And it's like, ooh. And actually preparing for the interview today and for the live session, I ended up basically watching them all again. So I went down a rabbit hole there, a Klara rabbit hole.
It fell into my mind again. Although one of them was actually directed by a friend of mine, Bing Bailey, who's based in Hollywood. He's from Finglas originally, so that's not his real name, of course.
No.
But some of them are kind of interesting concepts. So if the listeners do want to check them out,
definitely.
Just Google me. They should come up under videos anyway.
So with the new single, you do have a concept for it. There's an idea. There's something in. Tell us a little bit about the idea behind the Sinking Unknowing clip that is going to come out.
Okay, so a friend of mine, he has an idea. I was thinking, will I direct this one myself? I don't know, but he had an idea that it's me stalking a couple that are very much in love.
That's good. I like it.
Various parts of their date, and I'm hiding behind pillars and stuff. And then at the very end, they're in a restaurant, and they're feeding each other cake. I get the spoon, and I lick the spoon.
Pardon me.
Anyway.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Spoiler alert, she licks the spoon at the end.
Well,
they leave. You know, so they leave, do they?
Yeah.
And then this character creeps up.
We'll see if that's going to be in the edit.
Oh my God.
But there has to be a little bit of humour, doesn't there?
Yeah, absolutely.
It makes it kind of different.
But you see, I think that's something coming back to, say, you know, the kind of having a darkness in the work you're doing. One of the acts I grew up listening to and loved when I was younger is the Smiths and Morrissey and that kind of stuff.
Yes, of course.
And I think, you know, he as a writer and them as a band get a great balance between sometimes very kind of up and happy music with some very kind of depressing lyrics, but the lyrics at the same time, they're kind of self-aware. It's not depressing for the sake of it. It's got a little bit of humor and a little bit of humility in it as well, which, you know, I think your stuff has. And it's the same with the videos. It's like if anyone who knows you or follows your social media knows that you're actually, you know, you're not a one-dimensional character. You're bubbly sometimes. You're, you know, crazy sometimes. You're more serious at other times. And I think in this age,
but none of it's real, of course. In the social media age, I mean, because on social media, I mean, I like to dress up. I like to dress crazy. But a lot of the time when I'm home in Carlo, I don't wear makeup, and I just put on a unicorn onesie and lounge around, and that's it, really.
Oh, I wish I had a unicorn onesie. Yeah, and of course, I mean, look, even when you're watching social media or you keep watching people's stories, I think I think you take it with a grain of salt and you understand that people are putting effort into their social media presence. But I don't know. I like it. I think it's a good balance of someone who kind of, I mean, on the flip side is artists or bands who maybe just take themselves so seriously, you know, and all the social media is like super duper like, I don't know, po-faced kind of, and you know, I guess in its own way that's its own thing. But I think having a varied and colourful kind of little world that people can get into is quite cool. Yeah,
well, you have to kind of show a bit of vulnerability. I know I was saying like, oh, a lot of the time I don't wear makeup. If I'm at Carlo, I don't wear makeup, and you know, I might dress a little bit different, but
onesie. Yeah.
I teach drama on the side, and when I do that, I wear a onesie and no makeup. That's kind of my secret.
Is that true? That's not true.
Some of it's true. No,
like I'm signing up for drama.
I do believe you have to show a little bit of vulnerability, but without giving too much of your private life away. If that makes sense, because I vlog from time to time, but I've never ever discussed relationships or my family, and I just wouldn't. You know, there's a lot that you have to hold back for yourself. Mm-hmm. You know,
absolutely. And look, things like that can find their way, can express themselves in things which are a little bit more cryptic, like songs. Yeah, you know, they can have that outlet. So, speaking of songs, Song Brunch is something that you're doing a feature. Yeah, well, so that was my segue.
Yeah, that is my next gig in Darky Kelly's in Temple Bar, and it's my first time to do it, so that should be fun.
Excellent. And that is the 17th of February, featured slot, Darky Kelly's Sunday Song Brunch there in Temple Bar. And what, I mean, I presume it's on a Sunday because that's the name of the... I
think it starts about 12:30.
That's what I was going to ask. So it's kind of a daytime show. That's great. That's perfect. And today, obviously, 1st of February, it is the launch day for Sinking Unknowing.
Yes.
Where can people, I mean, obviously, if they've been listening, they've obviously just heard it a few moments ago, but where can people download it, buy it, stream it, all that kind of stuff?
Well, if anybody listening is really old, they've obviously taped it off a cassette player, but other than that, it's available on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, Deezer, and all the regular outlets.
Okay, brilliant. So you can't miss it. And of course, if people want to keep up with your shenanigan, that's the plural for shenanigan.
Google me.
Google Klara McDonnell. Yes. You will not be disappointed. You can go down the very same rabbit hole I went down today when I was just supposed to practice one song.
And now you're on medication.
And now I'm on medication, and my life has never been better. Okay, well, before this devolves into our usual crazy conversations, I would like to thank you so much, Klara, for coming in. Absolute pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
No worries at all. And of course, this is a single. I suppose just to let people know, as far as you've told me that you plan to release a few singles throughout the year, so keep an eye on what's going on there. Go check out the single on Spotify, add it to your playlists or your likes or whatever the hell you do there. And of course, keep an eye out for the music video, which should be very interesting for the stalkers out there in particular. You know who you are. I see you on the Instagram stories. Watching everything we do. Okay, before I out myself as someone who looks at everyone who watches our Instagram stories, I better finish up the interview. So thank you so much, Klara. Do enjoy this live rendition. This is one of the singles from the previous EP. It's the title track. This is Trapped Within, live in studio with myself and Al. Thank you so much, Klara. See you again soon.
Thank you.
On and on, the toss and beat of yesteryear plays out for small room to hear. Familiar faces exchange meager accomplishments. They look down on you until you lock it to them. But if you find you you could get trapped within. And if you're not that strong, you go back until you think you will. Back until you think you will. Back until you think you will. Inside growing weaker, approval seeker. You wait your turn to try command the room. Before you know it, the moment's over too soon. And every week, light applause rings in your ears. As you return to your beat, the next in line of peace. But if you find you long to, you could get trapped within. And if you're not that strong, you go back until you think you will. Back until you think you will. Back until you think you will. Inside growing weaker, prove a seeker. Realization might come when you say to yourself, is this it, this it? Everyone knows someone who's had their head. But if you find you long to, you could get trapped with them. And if you're not that strong, go back until you think you will. Back until you think you will. Back until you think you will. Inside growing weaker. Inside growing weaker. Inside growing weaker.
The excellent Klara McDonnell there. Another person releasing new music in the next little while in the early part of 2019 is Mr. Ciaran Moran, fresh from tours with the likes of Aslan, Damien Dempsey, Brian Kennedy, people like that. He's really picking up steam and really attracting some excellent attention. He's got a great EP under his belt that he's going to release in April, the 6th of April to be exact, at a show at the Underground on Dame Street. Great little venue there. Tickets are €8 for early birds, €10 at the door, and then €12, and you get yourself, as well as entry to the show, you get yourself a nice copy of the EP signed by Ciaran himself. Support on the day is from Rhythm and Roots veterans Pull the Wool. They're going to be playing. They also played at Dublin Goes Country event at the Underground. Great couple of guys there. Great two-group guys there who performed live for us on the show not too long ago. And another young singer-songwriter, very promising dude, Connor Dwyer, performing on the night as well. So do get down. That is the 6th of April for Ciaran's brand new EP. So let's hear a track from Ciaran's brand new EP. This is the first song from the EP. It was released as a single a little while back at the end of 2018 with a great music video as well. This is a little song called Follow Your Soul.
How are you now? 'Cause I'm wondering if you're sleeping or if you're even breathing. Have you figured out why you planned on leaving? I never knew just how you were feeling. When I walk down the road and it's cold outside, there's another helpless soul, teary eyes, and I realize, and I know that you're there after all you've done, even though sometimes I was in the wrong, you're gone. Did you follow your soul? Follow your leader and do what you dreamed of? Or did you follow your goals? I know you're looking down on all those who are around you, all those who you want to. No, it's not my choice. I can't tell you what to do, because you left us all too soon. When your little one cries, she shouts and roars to say daddy's gonna come with your toys, but she knows. And she sits here waiting for the doorbell ring, waiting for you to come walking in, but she knows. Did you follow your soul? Follow your leader and do what you dream of? Or did you follow your goals?
Lovely there from Ciaran Moran. Do get down to his EP launch show at the Underground on the 6th of April. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for another episode of Rhythm and Roots. Thank you so much for joining myself and Al. We will be back next week with a wonderful interview and live session with Rachel Bayman, all the way over from the United States. So very much looking forward to that, and lots of cool tunes, new and old, for you people to enjoy here on Near FM. So we're going to finish off with a little song. This is Horace. What's his name, Al?
Horace Wright.
Horace Wright. This is a song from 1917. It's a little song called O'Brien is Trying to Learn to Talk Hawaiian.
This one goes out to all our Irish listeners in Hawaii.
Exactly. There's loads of them, I'm sure. Take care, guys. See you next week.
Good night.
After buying a ticket for the sandwich aisle, his face all full of smiles, and after many trials, had he landed, then meandered where the hula maidens swayed. Oh, he met a hula dancer down beside Hawaii Bay. She won his heart away, and I heard the other day, is trying to learn to talk Hawaiian through his Honolulu. He's dying and crying, and all the time he's trying just to say, I love you true. With his arayaka hula, bigara hiki dula, and his Irish Fiji-mo. Sure, O'Brien is trying to learn to talk Hawaiian through his Honolulu. Daddy's yearning to be learning to play the ukulele too, for it's Honolulu, like all Hawaiians do. Paddy's dancer doesn't answer when he starts to talk and shout, for when Paddy talks Hawaiian, no one knows what it's about. If his wife only knew, he'd be in an Irish stew, that he would.